Today we have the ambulance, the bear's house, and Masha's house. A total of 3 big Masha and the Bear playsets to review. You can open the bear's house as well as Masha's house. Figures of Masha and the bear are included. To start with, let's take a closer look at the bear's house. In the front, you have a window and a door with a lock. Now if we open it, we can see the inside, which is not completely set up yet. Let's start setting it up now. Simply open up the bear's house, and the backside turns into the floor. You can then flip open the cupboard and the fridge, and you'll have a huge area to decorate. Here, we once again see that the door opens. There's an area rug glued to the floor, and attached to the cupboard is a bookshelf, and next to that is a stove. Also included is a TV showing Masha and the Bear, of course, and a small chest that can be opened or closed with balls and other things to juggle. It also finds its place inside the bear's house. There's also an armchair you know from the show, where the bear always sits. And a small table that you can place on top of the area rug. Also included is a plate, a teapot, and a teacup for the tea. And also some bread. And more bread. And again, something to eat. Like I said, there are plenty of accessories. Here we have a small pot that you can put on top of the cupboard. And we can't forget the Masha figure. Let's put the bear inside. And now the bear's house is pretty complete. Let's take a closer look at the furniture. A small bin for the bread that opens so you can put the bread inside. And you can close it. Next to it, there's a fridge with a door that can be opened, and inside there's lots of groceries, like meat, cheese, and much more. Masha and the bear definitely never have to go hungry. Here we can see how everything looks when it's open and completely set up. Now let's see how long it takes to clear it all out and fold it back together so you can take it with you. Simply clear out all the furniture items, fold the fridge and the cupboard back down, and put the floor back up so that the house has its back wall again. And that's the review of the bear's house. Now let's take a look at the ambulance. It doesn't just come with the ambulance. It has plenty of accessories, 3 figures, and lots of features we're about to check out. All the way in the front there's a wheelchair that has movable tires. You can seat the wolves in it and transport them. There's also a stretcher and 2 oxygen tanks, a medical kit with lots of supplies like syringes and more. Here's the first wolf with bendable legs, arms, and a turnable head. The second wolf and Masha are not different. Masha can bend her legs, but not her arms. But the wolf can bend both. Now let's look at the ambulance. There are 2 bricks underneath that you can flip down so the ambulance can sit evenly, because I'm sure you've seen that both back tires are flat. You can open both folding doors to get a view inside. On the side, there's a small bench seat, and all the way back, there's also a cabinet where you can store the medical supplies. All the way up front is the driver's seat, with the driver's door that can be opened. Inside you can see the steering wheel and both benches. And on top, there's the medical cross and a small emergency light. You can also open the passenger door. There's also a back door to get inside the back of the medical area. And on the top, you can take off the roof to make the ambulance easier to play with. You can also put it back on quickly. So let's see how Masha doctors the wolves. She can give them a shot, make them sit, or lay them down on the stretcher. You also get a cast for the leg, which you can put on the wolf, and a second cast for the arm or hand, which you can just press on. And then the wolf, or rather the wolf's leg and arm, are perfectly patched up. And because the wolf obviously isn't able to walk with the cast leg, you can put him in the wheelchair and push it to the ambulance. The second wolf, or both wolves, can then take a seat on the bench. There's also space for the stretcher, but first you can pack up all the equipment and then push the stretcher inside and close both doors. But these doors won't close completely, so don't be surprised when you have the playset at home and the doors don't close all the way, because the ambulance is based on the original ambulance from the series, and that one is pretty banged up and doesn't quite work the way it should anymore. Let's set Masha inside the ambulance, and then she can drive the wolves to the hospital or to get them patched up. Here we have the view from above again, into the medical area in the back. That's the review from the ambulance. Now let's look at the third playset. Masha's house. Just like the bear's house that we saw earlier, this one also opens up. The back wall turns into the floor here as well, and there's a bed and a closet that you can flip up. There's also an area rug on the floor, and a small makeup mirror that you can place inside the house somewhere. And also a teddy bear. It also has its place. A rocking chair. You'll recognize it from the series as well. Masha also has a chest in her house. It's still empty, but let's see. Maybe we can fill it up while decorating the house. There are building blocks, a yellow and a purple one that you can stack. These are Masha's toys. You'll see a light blue ball and a yellow building block. Let's add them as well. There's also toy train tracks on the floor. And of course, Masha's dog. There's a doghouse for the dog in front of the house, or you can just place it inside the house. There's also a little doll. Her place is in the house, of course. Also included is a Masha figure. Her legs are bendable, and you'll recognize her face from the TV series. When Masha's finished playing, you can also store the building blocks in the closet. Here's also a chalkboard to help Masha learn. On the other side is the bed that folds open, which we've already seen in the beginning. and windows to the left and right of the door. In the front, we can see the doghouse we talked about. You can place the dog in there so it can watch Masha's house. The window shutters can be opened, so you can let some light flow inside the house. Now let's test this house to see how long it takes to pack up everything and fold it back together. First, let's slowly take everything we just put in back out. The chest, the dog, and the doll. Then we can start to fold down the bed in the closet. We then put the floor back up and the house is again nice and narrow so you can carry it with you to your friends, or store it in your closet so you won't clutter up your room with toys. And that's the review of the 3 Masha and the Bear playsets. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you like, you can watch some more right here. Don't forget to like this video and please subscribe to this channel.